Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. I'm here with my mom. We're back for another Q&A. I think we did one a year ago, around a year ago. So I posted another photo asking you guys to ask me my mom questions. She has an Instagram, ReadingbyKsenia. I tagged it in my photo of the gelato if you want to follow her. She has Reiki, healing, tarot readings, stuff like that. So if you're interested. Ollie asked the first question. Ollie says, ask your mom what's her favorite photo of you.
The one that she has from Mexico. That's my favorite.
Which
photo.
one? Oh, my room?
Yeah.
What would be you and your mom's tips for getting into spirituality? I've always wanted to get into it, but I don't even know where to begin. What would you say? It's like a question I get a lot. I don't even know. I feel like it just naturally happens. You know what I mean? I don't think you just are like, I'm going to take it step by step. I feel like I randomly started getting into crystals, then heard about this class, and I went to the class, and heard about that, then researched that.
I think you should just start reading books.
Oh, yeah.
And the first book, maybe, remember the one that I recommended then? It's called Creative Visualization.
Oh, yes, that's such a good one. That's a good beginner. That's so good.
Yeah, and the author is Shakti Gawain. So the book is available on Amazon.
I'll link it down below.
Yeah.
That one's definitely good. That one explains energy, and she's very smart and explains it well and explains affirmations. And I feel like in
and then if you really go to workshops, or maybe there are some lessons or videos available on YouTube, or if you really want, I don't know, if I have time, I'll start talking about that more.
Yeah, no, I feel like yeah, definitely read the book Creative Visualization. I think another good book is The Power of Now. Have you read it? By Eckhart Tolle.
Yeah, probably.
It's really good. That, and then The Untethered Soul. If you're subscribed, I'm not trying to self-promote, but if you're subscribed to my monthly subscription, and there I always give book recommendations and description and links to them. So I had this month had 4 recommendations. So if you're subscribed, you know what I'm talking about. And
I think Creative Visualization would be a very good book. So one of my classmates, he said that he took the class, and the reason that he's so grateful for that class, that he met me during that class, and I recommended this book, and he said that book changed his life.
Yeah. What is the most memorable moment you've had with one another?
Well, maybe when you were born, because when you did this past life regression, you remember that moment when you were born and you looked at me. And for me, obviously, when you carry baby for a long time,
and you see the baby,
you want to see okay, I want to see her, how she looks. So you kind of look, and your eyes meet. So that's two universes meet.
That's so crazy. It's inside you, and they just hold up and looks at you. I get so freaked out. It's and you made it. Oh my gosh. And
Paulina, she did a past life regression session. And that past life regression takes you in your past, when you were in the womb, when you were a baby, when you were just born. So Paulina called me and cried, and she said,
it was so crazy.
I've just done this past life regression, and I remember how I was born, and that, how the first time you took me and I looked at you. Yeah, and I asked her, oh, was I on this side? I don't remember what side it was. Right
and
side.
She told me, I remember, if you have a chance to do a past life regression, they just guide you to deep meditation. It's almost like a hypnosis. It's nothing scary, and you literally remember. You can remember anything, everything that you've lived, all your lives on this earth. I mean, all your life on this earth and any other past lives, you can remember all that. I remember one of my older lives. It's really intense, and people think, but if you just try it, you'll literally, you know what I mean?
So, and then you could say, my mind made it, but actually it's not, because, again, Paulina told me that, okay, during that past life regression, I remember being inside you, and that you were speaking with dad, with some man, and then I remember, you being in your mom's house, and she described the door that we had at that time, but actually, when she was born, my parents were, when I was pregnant, my parents were doing some remodeling, so she saw the door, but when she was born and she grew up, they didn't have that door. So that door actually existed while I was pregnant, and she remembered that door. Ideally, she would have not remembered that door, because, when she was born, it was a different door. So babies that are even inside you, they remember what you say, where you are, what you think about them,
and you can feel the mom's emotion. Yeah, you during the regression, you can feel, the part of the womb, you can feel how your mom felt carrying you. It's so crazy. Okay, question for you. Can you tell us the funny story from Paulina's childhood and what was she like as a child?
She was a very happy child, and now we just got those tapes that when she was little, so we used different camera, it was not digital, and we're trying to put now everything in digital. So she actually has some of the videos that her dad is making. Yeah, she could make them, and as you can see, she was very happy baby. She really liked taking photos. She was always smiling, and also she really liked clothes even during that time. She would open her closet because you know like all the babies, you try to close everything so they don't take everything out, but we just let her to have her stuff. So she would open, take everything out, and try to put like all her like baby clothes on one side and another side, like all her hats, all socks, everything.
Everything I owned. I was
like a gypsy.
I was like, I want to just make sure of everything.
Yeah, and then she really liked my makeup. So again, if you have that picture,
I know that when I have the lipstick on.
Yeah, so she would open.
I put on my mom's pearls and red lipstick, and I was 4. Me is already a fashionista. Another question: what was my favorite childhood toy? Was it the bunny?
Yeah. Exactly.
It's so
interesting.
That's so crazy.
She actually had 2 big bunnies, and again, in some of the videos that Paulina has, we just converted them to digital format. She has 2 bunnies. Like, they're a big bunny. One bunny was singing songs, and another one was the bunny really tall and big with a pocket. And actually, what's interesting, as you know, guys, we're from Russia, and in Russia for Christmas, every employer gives employees kids gifts, and usually it's like candy, fruits, and I still have association of mandarins with New Year because we only had mandarins during New Year. So she was 8 months when we got that 2 gifts. My husband got from his work and I got from my work. So we were happy, like him and I just gonna have candy because she's a baby. She cannot have chocolate, but she tried to play with them. And what's interesting, she would hide them in the bunny's pocket, and she said that she remembers that.
Yeah, I remember. I don't know. Like I still remember like knowing that I had like a big pot, like it was like thick, and I could just put them in there, and I would just like run. And I'll link the videos of me as a baby converted. They're like on my dad's YouTube channel. Not like just like he made an account. I don't want them to think like, oh, Lexi has a YouTube channel. But like I was just like doing my own thing. Have you noticed in the videos? I just like I'm so in my own world. I'm like walking around. Or there's this video of me in the bathtub, and like my parents would give me the soap, and I would just drop it on purpose, and then my parents would pick up the soap, give it to me.
Yeah, all babies do that. Like if you give them toy, they just throw it, and then they'll say like, okay, pick it up, give it to me again, throw it.
Do they like that? Okay, this girl says, I don't have a question, but I just wanted to know that I love you guys so much. I'm shook. I just told my mom what shook meant literally last week, remember?
I was like, shook? What's that? I know shock. Maybe it's something like...
No, shook is like when you're like, oh my gosh. Did you get into spirituality, such meditating, etc. from your mom? You're always so positive and good vibes just radiate from you. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I feel like both. Like, she was always into it. I didn't fully understand. We did like energy rising when I was younger. Yeah. But I didn't like fully connect the dots. I was just like, oh, I like this.
Yeah, and the reason that you like energy rising, so we did the energy rising because, when 2 or more people do like circles and do energy rising exercises, you basically create power to manifest things. And she would ask me to do that. Like once we did it for her exam because I knew that she needs help, and you could get help from spirits, from like basically from me. I will give her that energy. So we did that, and she would pass like exams easily. She would take finals easily. So I think she's like, oh, those stuff work.
Yeah.
And, let me read the books. And obviously she saw the books that I have, and she starts looking. And then the astrology, because, I went actually to astrology school. And astrology is hard work. So basically if you need to create charts, it's not like 5 minutes thing. So it's actually like you need to invest time to fully understand, because it's not just planets where they are, but also aspects and the houses. And if people move, then there's like chart changes slightly. It's called like relocation, and you have to look both like your natal chart and your relocation chart. And if you have some kind of like relationship,
synastry,
yeah, it's like synastry, or also called like composition chart. So basically you combine the 2 and see what would be the result of that relationship. So usually it takes a lot of time, but the good thing about astrology, so when I do card readings, I ask you girls, so you could attest that your birthday, so I could basically see if you have anything karmic in your chart. And if you have like anything karmic, so I tell you like, hey, this is something that you need to know about yourself and about your karmic issue, if you will.
Yeah, if you're really, you'll see why you're having reoccurring
issues, or you know, you're attracting the same person
over and over and over, yeah.
Or something happens in your life, you know, you could see if it was like something happened in your past life. And again, during those Reiki sessions, if I see something that happened in your past life, I tell you. And again, some of you girls, you know, took Reiki sessions with me, and I have repeat clients, and thank you very much, like Natalie and Jennifer. So these are two girls that, you know, really like my sessions and ask for support, because you could do Reiki not only just to align your energy and your chakras, but also to get help. For example, if you have very important project, or if you have very important speech, or like
just
business
to be
deal,
clear, yeah.
You could like, because there are Reiki symbols that give you blessing, and blessing from the source. You could call that God, whoever, universe, you know, I call that source. Because, you know, we are all one, we are all connected, and we share like energies, and we share everything.
Yeah, well, so basically, make a long answer short, I got it from, it was like always, it was from you, and then I started getting really into it, and then now we like both exchange info.
And she from her past life also, so her soul, she's a star child, so basically they call those souls star seeds. So basically those souls that help others to increase their consciousness, to awaken. And her soul is actually more mature, more ancient, if you will, than mine. And again, not sure if Paulina told you, when she did past life regressions, I was a child of her in one of the past life. And what's interesting, that she used to always call me. She always called me by first name. When she was little, she would call me Oksana, and my husband Alex, so she would call us by our first name. I thought it was so weird.
They're like, you don't call your parents mom?
Yeah, and then in her past life regression, she learned that actually she was my mom. And you know, if she would do another past life regression, because you know, you could do multiple.
People do a lot.
Like scale, see multiple past lives to understand like what the relationship is
fully
with your parents, with your siblings, or even with your loved ones, or with someone with whom you're close.
Yeah, a lot of people who were at my sessions say they go to every single one just to get more knowledge and like put all the pieces together to know when you can. Some of them asked to go back to certain ones to understand more, because like in one of them I feel like Ollie was in it, but I don't know, and I was holding that little girl's hand. It was really weird, and she was like sad, and Ollie's like you were mean to me or something. I don't know, it's really I would research it. It's so cool. Q&A, very long. I'll link my mom's Instagram and her contact info if you want to email her. I know a lot of you already do Reiki and readings with her, and everyone who does them with her, a lot of them are like very consistent. They want to keep doing it, so that's a good sign. My mom did a Reiki for me today. Probably want another one, but that was our Q&A. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll try to do it every single time she's here, and hopefully my parents will move to LA soon. Be so fun. Set the intention now, so when we come back in a year and film another one, how funny we'll be filming there. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please subscribe. Please leave a nice comment for Bun for joining the channel, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Bye. Love you guys. Love and light.